Welcome to the Becoming You show with me, your host, Leah Roling. Do you believe you are capable of choosing your future? Sometimes it takes just one person to believe in you, for you to believe in yourself. If you find yourself continuing to say, someday I will take better care of myself, only to continue living the same day over and over and over again, then you, my friend, are in the right place. I am your biggest cheerleader, inspiring you to become you on purpose and with intention. Are you ready to create a life you love? I'm excited to share with you some big ideas that you can use today to inspire, impact, and influence your life and everyone in it. The Becoming You show starts now. Hello, my friends. How are you today? What have you been thinking about? I love this question because it keeps us conscious. Otherwise, we are led by our runaway thoughts. The other question that I love is, how have you been feeling? And I love this question for similar reasons. It's when we can understand how we are feeling that we can navigate and inspire how it is that we show up. So, what have you been thinking? Can you take a minute just to jot it down? And how have you been feeling? Can you jot that down as well? Last weekend marked the 3rd year without my mom. And I was conscious about my grief and my sadness. I spent the day being a little sad, a little tearful, and super messy sad. And it was incredible. And I know it seems weird to associate sad to incredible, but for me, it was honoring her and how big she was in my life. So I felt it only appropriate that I'm going to have big emotions for her. So where can you let your emotions be big on purpose? I'm not talking about the indulgent, unconscious feeling fest, but intentionally choosing to feel big, like I feel for all of you in this very moment, a big feeling of gratitude and thanks. I truly appreciate you being here, listening to this, sharing this. Appreciate doesn't really even seem to express largely the immense gratitude I have that you are listening to this right now in an attempt to maybe learn a little bit more about yourself, in an attempt to care for yourself, in an attempt to grow and become that next version of yourself so that you can take that into the world to create magic, to inspire others, to lead the way, to role model, to do it uniquely and authentically with your own gifts that you inherently have. And by way of this podcast and in all the other ways you learn about the amazingness that is uniquely you so that you can share it with the world. Thank you. Today, I'm going to share with you a conversation that I recently had with a client. She had started the conversation with this: Leah, I'm done being scared. I'm done being afraid. I'm just done. And of course, I asked her why and what that would allow her to do that she's not currently doing. And then I proposed a perspective that she hadn't even considered, one that she received with disbelief and maybe a little awe. And that was this: what if it wasn't about not being scared? Rather, what if we actually should be scared if we're not? You see, if you are here listening to this, it is most likely that you want to do big things in your life. You've got big goals and dreams and ambitions. And if you are not scared by them, they are not big enough. If you are not scared, there's no need for courage. If there's no courage, we stay comfortable, safe. What if the reason we haven't achieved that big goal, taken that next step for that dream, is because we never allowed ourselves, we never gave ourselves permission to be scared. And then from scared, courageously found answers, asked for a mentorship, signed up for the course, shifted, pivoted, even when we don't know how, even if we don't know what that could look like. Consider maybe that we're not supposed to. I promise you will know the what, the when, the how when you get there, not a moment before. So if we didn't need to know how, if we could release this illusion of control that we have on the path to our dreams and realize that if we knew how to get there, that exact map, what would we get to learn about ourselves along the way? What joy would be found in the journey? What fulfillment could be extracted? I'm going to suggest not much. If we know the how, the goal is not big enough. You won't know what's possible until you continue to explore what you believe to be impossible. That, my friend, is the stuff of courage. So let's be scared. Let's embrace scared. Let's honor scared. It's just a feeling. No one ever died from being scared, but lots of dreams have been lost in its absence. What if we were just scared and we did it anyway? Think about it. The only reason we are scared is because our brain does not decipher between emotional fear and physical danger. It's all the same. So when we know this, we can then also know that we are scared because of the unknown, because it feels out of our control, because we don't know the way, because we might fail, because it might take too long, because we don't think it's possible for us, because we're too old, because we're not old enough, because we feel like no one would understand. All of these, my friends, are just thoughts. That's it. They're actually not true about the situation. They are what you are making true by your attachment to them. And then we make it worse by suggesting that we shouldn't have these thoughts. And the shame in the shouldn't keep us stuck in time, waiting for that moment when we are no longer scared. And that moment, as long as you are human, is not going to come. So if we accept that being scared is the way to create incredible results in our life, and I truly think it is, and we pursue them with the courage that is required, what else do we have to know? I'm going to suggest we have to know 3 things. First, we have to embrace the challenge. We have to expect and embrace the inevitable challenges and struggle that we will face. It is part of the journey. If we ask for the dream, if we desire the goal, we must accept the obstacles along the way, not as inconveniences, not as frustrations, not as annoyances, but as opportunities to learn and become into that next version of ourselves. It is only in this learning, this new knowing, that the universe opens up that next gate of opportunity. Your next possibility is waiting for you when you are ready. And you are ready when you have taken that struggle, that challenge, and allowed it to transform the very essence of who you are. You see, we think we set goals and dreams for the accomplishment of them. And yes, the destination, getting there, is magnificent, although fleeting. But if we only let the goal be the goal, we miss out on so much. We miss out on all of who we become along the way, what we will learn about ourselves and what we will learn about the road. We will have better navigation tools, better support, better mentorship, We will have better understanding of what might be next for us because we now have a better understanding of what is required from us. Okay, the second thing, my friends, be scared, but smart. Most of the goals that we have for ourselves, someone else has pursued and failed at many times. It would be smart of us to know what that road looks like so that we can better anticipate what we might need for our journey. Asking for guidance, seeking support, learning new skills, embracing humility, all require a degree of courage, yes? But it also will inform our next steps. They're the what, they're the when, and the how that will look different from ours as we are not there yet. But can we use the map of other people to help navigate our path? I used to think that I didn't need support. I never used to ask for it. I used to think that I could just do it all myself. I used to think that me asking for support would burden someone else. And this is the reason why I think that. I think the reason we think that, or for at least I know why I think that, is because so many times I said yes when I didn't want to. So many times I didn't protect my yes with my boundaries, and I people pleased and I said yes against my will, and I burdened me. See, you can't be a burden to anyone without their permission. And if they give you permission to be burdensome in the ask, in the request for the support and the mentorship, then this is the work that they get to do on unpacking and unraveling all of that. We make assumptions that people will be burdened because we have not boundaried our yes. What is possible is that our seeking support will be met with an opportunity for that other person to serve, to share, and to inspire. Let's not forget that when we ask for help and support, that not only are we doing it to make progress in our life, we are allowing someone else to make progress in theirs. We also have to be smart to the fact that we will fail. Let's just expect that. We will do it imperfectly. We will mess up. We will be embarrassed. We will think we look stupid. Some people will think that we are foolish for pursuing this goal. Some people will think that we are brave. And guess what else is true? Some people will think you are foolish for not pursuing this goal. Let's let the people think what they will, but let's not use their belief to reveal what our possibility is. That's not smart. What is smart is getting super clear on our capabilities, our competences, and our belief that we can figure things out. We don't need to know everything, just that next thing. And then the next thing. And then the next thing. And as long as we don't quit, notice I didn't say fail. Failing and quitting, not the same. I know you know this, but do you? If you don't, I want you to examine what you make failing mean. And I know for so many of us, we make it mean something about our enoughness, our worth, our safety, and we forget that we used to fail all the time without the shame. When we were little, we failed at walking, but most of us didn't quit. Most of us are still not crawling around. Why? Because we failed and then we got back up and then we failed and we got back up and we failed and we kept failing until one day we did it. Our success in anything is inevitable if we don't quit. Think about all the times this is true for you in your life if you're failing to comprehend this and to truly not only cognitively know it, but to feel it. Think about it. Riding a bike. I don't know about you, but most people don't just get on a bike and ride. Wrapping Christmas presents, wrapping any presents, writing in cursive, learning your ABCs, learning to drive. Some of us, yours truly included, are still learning. But at one point in time, we were not great at it. It required our focus. It required our effort. It required our attention. And then we got better at it. And when we realize that failure is required for success, we can let go of all the stories we offer up that keep us from resisting failure and subsequently the success that goes hand in hand with it. The third thing that you need to know is we need to share our journey. We need to share our goals. Let people know what you are up to. I know for so many of us, we don't even know what our goals are, what our ambitions are, what dreams we have. We've not asked ourselves. We've not allowed ourselves to dream. Why? Why is it that after we graduate from high school or college and get married and get a job and buy a house and have kids, do we just stop? Is it they were too busy? Is it they were too old? Too tired? When was the last time you actually stopped and thought about the goals that you have, the dreams that you have? So for starters, sit with that. Ask yourself, what do you want? And if your brain answers, I don't know, ask, what would you want if you did know? What would you want if there was no right answer for you? What would you want if you didn't have to tell anyone? These questions are dream savers. We all have dreams. They're just not realized because you have not recognized them. So maybe you take a few minutes now, just pause this right now and think about your future and what you want to create in it. And now, if you know your dreams and you are aware of your dreams and you use your dreams to motivate your morning and your days and your nights, and you journal about them and you visualize them and you feel them as if they've already happened, I want you to ask yourself this question. Does anybody know? Have you shared it with anyone? And if so, awesome, I love it. And if not, why? There is an amazing awareness in this question if you don't shut it down with because, or I don't know, or I will, or I just haven't yet. Now I get it. Sometimes your dreams are so big that you have a hard time believing them for yourself and you're kind of afraid to share with somebody because it's delicate and you don't really want anyone to break it. Totally get that. But do you have a person, someone that won't smash it? Can you share with them? And if you don't, your work is to make it more hearty, less delicate. And how do you do that? You do the two things that I shared above. You embrace the challenge of it as something that you are capable of accomplishing. And then you be scared and smart in the pursuit of finding out everything you can about the goal, that dream, how other people did it, where they failed, where it got hard, what they learned about themselves when it did get hard. That is where the magic is. Where did they want to quit but didn't? One of my very favorite questions. Not only to ask other people, but to ask myself. Who did they have to become to keep moving forward? What did they have to believe was true for them? What did they have to feel? And when you know this, when you have talked to enough people about this, you just by way of learning about their journey, you are sharing with them the promise of yours. If you don't feel like you have a community of people that you can share, build it, create it, ask for it, inspire it. Use the people that have gone before you as your mentors. And before you let your brain run off and offer you that they will judge you for being where you are, that they might judge you for not having it done already, that they might judge you for even wanting to try it, let me remind you of something I heard someone say once, and I wish I could remember who it was, but this is what I remember hearing them say. No one ahead of you in the game is judging you for where you are, as they already accept the possibility in the accomplishment. The only people that would be judging you are those that are not where you are, and or potentially yourself. The people ahead of you in the game aren't judging you. They're not looking down at you thinking that you should be here already. They know where you've been because they've been where you are. The only people that offer criticism, judgment, thoughts about where they think you should be are the people that aren't there yet either. Are we really going to get our inspiration from them? Are we really going to borrow their beliefs? And then check in with yourself. What are you believing is possible for you? Even if you just believe it a little bit. Is it possible to believe in that thing? To believe in the possibility of that thing? And I think if you truly let yourself answer that question, the answer is always yes. I believe if it's in you, there's a reason. And the reason is because it's supposed to come out of you. You're supposed to put it into the world to serve it, to better it. Even if that's just you being the very best version of you every single day, being open to what's possible so that you can step into the possibility for yourself. I want each and every one of you dreaming again. And if it scares you, then you know you're onto something. And if it doesn't, it isn't scary enough. Let it be scary and let courage be required to take steps forward without needing to know every single step. Yes, a plan. Yes, a destination. And then let the journey reveal the way. Allow the challenges to open the next doors and bravely share your dreams, your journey, the good, the bad, the ups and downs, the heartache, and the highlights along the way. And if you want help defining your dreams, redesigning your life, I want you to come to Houston with me. It's next month, November 18th, 19th. It's a 2-day retreat where we are going to talk about our life in a way that you probably never have, or given yourself time to do so. We're going to do thought and emotional audits. I'm going to share with you some of the lies that we've been taught and subsequently live out our lives believing. I'm going to teach you what it means to be a human, how to set up goals, and habits, and dreams, how to visualize these dreams into possibility. We're going to talk about health and wealth and relationships. The intention is to help you reset and redesign your life so that you can transform it. It's creating an awareness of where we are right now so that we can discover the future and all of the infinite possibility that it holds for each and every one of you. I would absolutely love to have you there. And if you have any questions, you can email me or my team at support@leahroling1l.com. You can also go to my website, leahroling.com, and find out more information about it there. I would love to have as many people as possible in this retreat, resetting, redefining what's possible for them and redesigning their life for this upcoming year. I want you to stop being scared of being scared. What's way worse than being scared is not being scared. I also want to offer, if you are looking for a way to coach your mind, to coach your habits, to coach your goals, we're going to be opening up a membership at the beginning of the year. It's called the Money and Mindset Membership. And you can get on that wait list by going to leahroling.com/money-and-mindset. We're going to take a waiting list. And like I said, we're hoping to open this up at the beginning of January so we can do this work every single month to explore the mind, the philosophy in which we're living out our life. And we can explore money in a new, fresh way, an opening, spacious, unshaming way, so that we can create more wealth in everything that we do. Have a brilliant and amazing and magical weekend, my friends. I will see you next week. Take care. Bye-bye. You have been listening to the Becoming You Show with me, your host, Leah Roling, where I share big ideas to inspire, impact, and influence your life. Tune in every Friday at 11 Central on transformationtalkradio.com for your morning cup of coffee, the hug you never want to end, and that inspirational message that you felt was written just for you. Each show is inspiring you to become you with purpose and intention. For more information or to connect with me, visit www.leahroling.com.